Thank you. We have been through a lot together. As I look through the room, I see Jay, Mike, Herman, and Compton. It seemed like yesterday that I was on the campaign trail and you were analyzing my speeches and my policies. And I see a lot of faces that travel with me around the world in places like Afghanistan and Iraq, Africa. I see some new faces, which goes to show there's turnover in this business. Through it all, it's been, I have respected you. Sometimes didn't like the stories that you wrote or reported on. Sometimes you misunderestimated me. But always the relationship I have felt has been professional. And I appreciate it. I do appreciate working with you. My parents said, what is it like to deal with the president? I said, these are just people that are trying to do the best they possibly can. Presidents can try to avoid hard decisions and therefore avoid controversy. That's just not my nature. I'm the kind of person that is willing to take on hard tasks. And in times of war, people get emotional. I understand that. Never really spent that much time, frankly, worrying about the loud voices. I, of course, hear them, but they didn't affect my policy, nor did they affect how I made decisions. I have often said that history will look back and determine that which could have been done better or mistakes I made. Clearly, putting a mission accomplished on an aircraft carrier was a mistake. It sent the wrong message. We were trying to say something differently, but nevertheless, it conveyed a different message. Obviously, some of my rhetoric has been a mistake. I thought long and hard about Katrina. Could I have done something differently? Like land Air Force One, either New Orleans or Baton Rouge. The problem with that is that law enforcement would have been pulled away from the mission, and then your question, I suspect, would have been, how could you possibly have flown Air Force One into Baton Rouge and police officers that were needed to expedite traffic out of New Orleans were taken off the task to look after you? People said, but the federal response was slow. Don't tell me the federal response was slow when there was 30,000 people pulled off roofs right after the storm passed. I remember going to see those helicopter drivers, Coast Guard drivers, to thank them for their courageous efforts to rescue people off roofs. 30,000 people were pulled off roofs right after the storm moved through. It's a pretty quick response. Could things have been done better? Absolutely. Absolutely. But when I hear people say the federal response was slow, then what are they going to say to those chopper drivers or the 30,000 that got pulled off the roofs? It has been an honor to work with you. I meant what I said when I first got up here. I wish you all the very best. I wish you and your families all the best. God bless you.
Thank you, Mr. President.